Hi, and welcome to another dose of virtual vitamin Z. This is the first DZTV episode of 2021. That's January 4th, 2021. I'm your co-host, Stephen.
And I'm your co-host, Claire.
Claire, let's get started with some Detroit Zoological Society updates. What's been going on recently?
So very exciting. The water monitor habitat update is progressing really well. The glass was actually installed over the course of the last week. And in true Detroit Zoo fashion, Stephen, do you know the name of this piece of equipment that's actually installing the glass in the water monitor habitat?
If I had to guess, I would say like a crab or a spider.
Nailed it with a spider. This is actually called a spider. So they're using a spider to install the glass for the water monitor, which I thought was pretty neat.
Pretty awesome. All right, next up, we have a Binti update. If you joined us last week, you heard that the first lion cub born at the zoo in over 40 years is Binti. So we have been, she's been coming out onto habitat when the weather's been at a certain temperature. And so this weekend, it was warm enough, even though you can see some snow on the ground, that she was able to comfortably be outside, and just really awesome to see her out there and active.
It's been a lot of fun to watch. The guests are really enjoying seeing her, as are the staff. So hopefully there'll be more warm days over the course of the winter so we can see her outside. She's in this video here with her aunt, Amara. So they've been hanging out together on the habitat. All right. We also have an update for our green journey. Over the weekend, we placed some donated Christmas trees that had never been decorated, and the Christmas tree farm no longer needed them as they were already cut. So they donated them to the zoo, and we were able to place them into some of the different animal habitats. And here you can see the three grizzly brothers, Mike, Boo, and Thor, thoroughly enjoying the trees out in their space.
This is a really cool example of, we talk about upcycling. And so with these trees, like, of course, you can take a tree and the tree will ultimately decompose in a landfill or something like that. But this provides a opportunity for these animals to express some of their species specific behaviors. So it's a way to use this tree that actually adds value to it. So it's Green Journey update. It's also an animal welfare update because, again, one of the hallmarks of animal welfare, great animal welfare, is that these species are able to do things that they would be doing in the wild.
It was really neat to see them exploring through the trees. And again, you mentioned those species-specific behaviors, the sniffing, the exploring, the moving the trees around. They were batting them around for a little bit and engaging in some interaction between the bears. So it was a lot of fun to watch. And we will have more of those clips.
This will be happening over the course of the next week or so, that we'll be adding trees to different habitats.
Yeah, and we'll be filming and taking photos along the way so we can share them out with everybody. So check out social media for updates on the animals enjoying some of these trees.
Awesome.
All right, and just a reminder, everyone, Wildlights is still open through January 10th. Please visit the website, detroitzoo.org, so you can purchase tickets. You do need to purchase tickets ahead of time, and most evenings have been selling out. So if you're interested in still coming out to see the lights, please grab those tickets soon. It's really fantastic to see them in the snow. So while the snow is still on the ground, venture on out here. Back to you, Stephen. New segment, Connecting with Nature.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to introduce this new segment, Connecting with Nature. And as the name suggests, the goal of this segment is to share some different things that you can do to build your sense of connectedness with nature. That's your local environment, the animals who inhabit it. And to get started, I'm going to be sharing an activity that I really love doing. I call it the connecting spot. And to learn more about it, let's watch a short video.
Visiting a connecting spot is a great way to build your sense of connectedness with nature and the animals who inhabit it. And among other things, what it will do is it will increase your attitudes of reverence for animals and nature, strengthen your observation skills, increase your knowledge about your local environment, and also strengthen your empathy. And these are all really important qualities of humane individuals and humane community. Now, the first step in visiting a connecting spot is to find a connecting spot. And a connecting spot should be somewhere close to where you live or spend a lot of time. For example, a backyard or a local park, or maybe somewhere near where you work. In my example, I chose the open area near the education offices at the Detroit Zoo. And my reason for choosing this spot, and your reason for wanting to choose a spot close, is that it's a place that you'll be visiting regularly. So the easier it is to get there, the more frequently you'll be able to visit it. The next step is to spend 15 minutes observing your spot. And so as you can see here, right now I'm observing some footprints. These are actually my footprints. But I'm also going to look around to see if maybe I can find some other footprints from another animal who might inhabit this space. And sure enough, I found these footprints or these tracks right here. So one thing I can do with these tracks whenever you find a set of tracks is you can try to piece together some multiple tracks to tell more of a story. And so that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to see if I can follow these tracks. Looks like there's another set there. And it looks like this animal, whoever it was running around and ran across this path here. And these are a really great set of tracks. You can see a really good impression of the foot here. The next step is to return to your connecting spot on a regular basis, ideally every day for about 15 minutes. And when you go back, try to vary the time that you go back and the conditions you go back in. So maybe some days you go in the morning, some days you go in the evening, some days you go when it's nice out, other days when maybe it's not so nice out. And these are all ways to deepen your sense of connectedness, to identify more of the animals who inhabit this space, and to, again, build your reverence, observation skills, knowledge, and empathy. So as you continue visiting your connecting spot, you're likely to have some pretty incredible experiences, and we would love to hear about those. So as you have those experiences, feel free to share them with us, either as stories or photographs or videos at education@dzs.org. Have a great time connecting with your spot, and we will see you next week.
All right, Claire, back to you for the feature story.
We are very excited to share some updates to how we're going to be sharing out virtual vitamin Z in 2021. We have a whole new format and a new schedule of programming, so you can anticipate what's coming when and know when to tune in for your favorite episodes of virtual vitamin Z. For a short preview, please watch the following.
The Detroit Zoological Society has the vision statement of celebrating and saving wildlife, and we do this through 4 mission pillars. The first mission pillar is animal welfare, which we can think of as a commitment to making sure that individual animals aren't just surviving, they're thriving. Another mission pillar is wildlife conservation, which we can think of as protecting animal species. Another mission pillar is sustainability, which we can think of as using resources responsibly so that we can meet our needs without preventing other beings from meeting their needs now and in the future. And the fourth mission pillar is humane education, which we can think of as education about animal welfare, conservation, and sustainability that gives people the attitudes, knowledge, and skills they need to help animals in the environment. Now, one of the things that makes the Detroit Zoological Society unique is our commitment to all 4 of these mission pillars at the same time. And to help demonstrate this, we've decided to make some updates to our virtual vitamin Z offerings for 2021. Now, as you can see on this updated schedule, we'll be organizing our 2021 virtual vitamin Z offerings into a number of series. For example, on Monday of the first week in a 2-week period, we'll be offering DZTV, which will, as always, provide you updates about what's been happening at the Detroit Zoological Society. Tuesday, we'll be offering a new series called Saving Wildlife, and this will feature episodes all about wildlife conservation, one of our mission pillars. Wednesday, we'll be offering the series Virtual Habitat Chats, which will be habitat chats about individual animals and species who live at the Detroit Zoo. And these will focus on animal welfare, as well as on building reverence, which is part of humane education. On Thursday, we'll also be offering the series on animal welfare tales. And so these episodes will be more about the work that we do to promote animal welfare. And then Friday, we'll be offering special series that'll take place over the course of 4 weeks. So, for example, in the month of January, it'll be focused on wild winter, encouraging people to go out and connect with nature, even when it's cold and possibly snowy out. And then in week B, again on Monday, we'll be offering DZTV. On Tuesday, we'll be offering a wildlife adventure story. And a wildlife adventure story is a way of, again, building our sense of reverence for the environment and wildlife. On Wednesday, we'll be celebrating some of the scientists who are doing incredible work both at the Detroit Zoological Society and in our local community and more broadly. On Thursday, we'll be featuring our pillar of sustainability through a series of episodes called Green Journey. And again, on Friday, we'll be offering a special series. Again, this month, that's Wild Winter. And all of these episodes are going to begin at 11 a.m. on the Detroit Zoological Society's Facebook page. So we're really excited for this opportunity to share more of the work that we do at the Detroit Zoological Society and the values that we hold here, and we know that you will be too.
All right, and for our first week's lineup of specific topics, we have, of course, first thing on Monday morning at 11 a.m. is DZTV with Stephen and I.
Then on Tuesday, Claire will be sharing the new series Saving Wildlife, which again is about conservation work that the DZS does, and you'll be talking about wolves.
Yeah. Wednesday, the team put together a virtual habitat chat featuring none other than Binti because she's so charismatic and no one can get enough of her. So tune in Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. for more about her.
Then Thursday, we will be sharing an episode of the series Animal Welfare Tales on Simba, who is actually the father of Binti and has a unique story that I think reflects our commitment to animal welfare.
Yeah, it's a common misconception that many animals in zoos come from the wild. That's only the case usually when there's some sort of an injury that they can't survive on their own. Many animals come into our care and find sanctuary from private ownership, and this is one of those stories. So it makes Binti's birth really important for the conservation work that we do and some of the species survival plans. So tune in on Thursday at 11 for more about Simba. And then on Fridays, for our first set of series, we'll be focusing on wild winter and looking at animal tracking and being a little bit more aware and slowing down and looking at your surroundings, especially after a first snow, and seeing what the environment is telling us.
And then as a reminder, our virtual learning labs are live and on our website. So if you are interested, go ahead and go to our website at detroitzoo.org. Click on that education tab and then click on the link for teachers and schools. And you will be directed to the landing page. Lots of offerings, and we keep adding new offerings. So be sure to keep checking back, because if you really enjoyed one of them, there's going to be another one that you'll probably enjoy just as much, if not more.
All right, everyone, that's it for the first week of 2021. Remember, take care of each other and stay healthy, Detroit.